Okay.
Okay, challenge time. Everybody choose something bad. Plague rats.
Gingivitis.
Taxes.
Gingers.
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
Wow.
Player order is decided based on how interesting it would be if the selected thing was a key component of a supervillain's plan in a movie.
Oh god, that means I'm probably last. Holy crap.
So let's see, we got plague rats, gingivitis, gingers, and what?
Gingivitis. Oh.
No. Josh said gingers
Yes.
and taxes.
And taxes. Okay.
Yeah, taxes would definitely be the least interesting.
I mean...
Because in a book, that might fly, but in a movie, taxes, that would be really boring.
Mutant super ginger sidekicks, I'm just saying.
I mean, listen, why don't we just kick it back to the best time period in human history and go with the Black Plague Rats?
I don't...
Simmer down there, Lex Luthor.
I'm going to go with gingers simply because of the fact they could be like cyborgs or Terminators or something like that, or aliens.
Well, it depends. Is this like a dramatic thing or is it comedic?
It can be whatever we want it to be. It's what would be the most interesting. It's not about the genre.
I think that... Well, because plague rats just seem like a normal supervillain thing.
Oh, I'm sorry for not being original.
Well, no, I'm not saying that it's the worst. The worst is mine. So, I'm not tearing you down or anything.
All right, fine. We'll be
So,
fucking
gingers, and then... But gingivitis or plague rats. Because they both cause or are diseases, but which
Well,
would be
on the one hand, plague
interesting?
rats will eat you. On the other hand, gingivitis will eat you from the inside. But like, the other thing is, if we're doing like more of like a... Mine could work for a comedy or a dramatic thing, I feel, whereas I think Patrick's only works in more of a comedic sense.
I don't know. Like,
It depends on if it's like weaponized gingivitis that really does
Oh, wow.
you from the inside. That would be, I mean, it would be really disgusting, but probably less interesting than plague rats.
I mean,
I'm going to agree with that because even though both the Black Plague and gingivitis are easily curable by today's standards, I think plague rats would be more interesting.
I mean,
as much as I like the idea of gingivitis eating people from the inside is very goth, I will go with plague rats.
all right. And then Texas. It's hard to like know exactly where those are going. So
Well, yeah, that's the beauty of it because they're so incredibly vague that you're not really sure what's coming.
I'm not very fun.
all right. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You're talking to Juan, the small
I
magical
love Juan.
Latino cat, when he tells you that you won't ever be as fun as Bob, the scary clown. You accept the challenge. You go straight up to Bob, stab him several times, open his bleeding chest, and eat some of his guts in order to consume his fun.
Hey, that's in character.
Really? Do you
Well, he
think
uses
that's how
zombie
this
jock.
works? Well, it is. You gain +2 fun from poor Bob, and you said drinking a genie wouldn't work. After your eavesdropping on Miranda and Polly, waiting for the perfect moment to mention your influx in Insta followers when...
Greetings, my loves.
Oh!
Never
Gosh.
fear, miladies. You need not fight over me.
Oh
Just
my god.
picturing Josh with a fedora.
Where's the neck beard, Mr. Prince?
Oh, gross. Oh.
Him again?
As royalty myself, I must say that even I find him to be... what's the term you used, Paulina?
Extra AF.
Friendship between two beautiful maidens shouldn't be soured by one as handsome, rich, and humble as I.
Oh, and humble.
But worry not, my sweet summer salads. What the fuck?
You-
I have found the perfect
You
solution.
wanna toss those greens?
You shall both marry me.
Oh God.
I've dealt with male entitlement before, but this is officially next level.
Yes, an interdimensional level, as our collective wedding will be as well.
Yeah. Not interested.
You are hardly the first prince to seek my royal hand in courtship, and I don't see that you're bringing much to the table.
Interdimensional table! And I am the definition of marriage material.
That face looks distressed.
You'll never find a better suitor. I have a castle. I can defeat anyone at anything. I'll show you. I'll fight him.
Is the interdimensional prince pointing directly at you? Why is your life like this?
I can defeat you at any challenge. Name your weapon and prepare to lose.
Miranda and Polly are watching you closely. Maybe you can skew the prince's challenge to really impress one of them. You know what would be wild? Naked fencing with live weasels instead of swords. As a royal, you must fancy yourself pretty clever, so let's see you win at losing.
Oh, not that crap.
Yeah, you know what? It's gonna be fucking weasels.
Oh, not so fun. I thought that'd be bold for sure.
Very well. If that is what you wish, then so be it.
Both you and the prince quickly undress, thus giving your respective weasels ample fleshy targets. You both grab the nearest live weasel and take the traditional weasel fighting stance.
There's a
No, there was a
tradition.
tradition.
On the count of 100. 1, 2.
Just go! Normally, the interdimensional prince's years and years of royal swordplay training would have you defeated in seconds. But fighting with
Mustelets.
mustelets is a weasel of a different color. You've defeated opponents with polecats, ferrets, and minks, and now the prince is no exception. And the prince is no
Damn,
exception.
Josh, what were you doing with my ferret?
You leave
I
him.
plead the fifth.
You leave him staggering and bleeding for many teeny tiny bites mark across his naked body. And then he puts his clothes back on in a defeated demeanor, basically because we have no model for him naked.
Curse you, cat snake! Your long, furry body and sharp little teeth are adorable and painful.
Yes! Wild! I love weasel fencing. You're pretty cool, Green. With that, the prince disappears, leaving you and your weasel to hit on your fellow high schoolers in peace. You gain +2 charm and +1 fun. But
Josh,
All
Eno is not a sword. I am
But-
so offended by this.
he lost. He said it wasn't fun enough, but he won. That's so weird.
I was afraid that was going to go totally wrong, but it ended up in a bonus for him, so that's okay.
I guess he's after Polly. I don't know. Or Miranda. I really don't know who you're going after there, Josh. I know.
Only time will tell.
I say Polly. Polly's probably your
Show
best
me
bet.
that money.
Hi, stranger. Sorry, I was in the Polly voice there. But hello, stranger. It's been a while. I've missed you. It's okay. You can look at my stuff. And
Oh, there's that thing that you don't want to buy again.
God, I still believe there's a use for it aside from the stat shift, but
I have seen it in a thumbnail of another YouTube video, but I'm not sure how it was used because I didn't want to spoil myself.
yeah, same actually, and I don't have the money for it anyways.
Buy the tampon.
No,
No, he can't because he's going after Shopcat.
my stuff isn't good enough for you. Not cool. You know what? Maybe you aren't good enough for my stuff either.
Let's do this!
Hope the comments aren't trolling me on this
All
one.
right, let's see here.
So what you want to boost?
How do I get the roll? Oh, okay, there we go.
I really hope that it becomes apparent what I have to do with the shopkeep after the third visit, because I don't know if I have to like keep visiting her or actually go to places. That day, you skip class intending to spend the term in the bathroom. But you encounter
That looks like your artwork on the right side door.
But you encounter 3 wild hyenas on the way there.
The fuck?
Who the fuck runs security here? Anyway, you subdue them. I almost said seduce. Anyway, you subdue them with the help of a hair comb. God bless the monster scouts and all the idiotic scenarios they prepare you for.
That's very oddly specific.
That's
And why
insane.
would I need a comb? My hair is made of fire.
But by the time you get to the bathroom, you've totally gained +2 boldness. Later, you see Damien and Miranda chatting, and being a nosy little bitch, you decide to insert yourself into the conversation. Patrick.
Rude.
I look forward to this adventure so. Is there anything more wonderful than getting insight into the lives of commoners?
You better not pull that shit the whole time. My dads are lords of hell. Dads? Oh my god, he's got a gay couple as parents? This is so edgy. I didn't actually finish reading that. Okay.
Are you, though?
Damien rolls his eyes and turns to you. Mr. Panthera paired us...
Mrs.
Oh, sorry. Mrs. Panthera paired us up for our hands-on homework assignment going on an adventure. Apparently, I have some anger issues and a thirst for violence that I should be channeling into something productive.
Oh god, that sounds like something a teacher would say.
Like a thirst for violence isn't productive in and of itself.
And I'm supposed to work on being more independent. Which is so strange, since I told my ladies and gentlemen in waiting to fix that for me last week. I wonder what sort of adventure might give us the wonderful experience we need to fix our perceived but obviously non-existent flaws.
Go on a deep-sea quest to steal beautiful pearls from a scary kraken, or journey to a volcano to have a hot time at a fire
Method.
strip club.
Woo!
I mean, it's pretty
I'm going for the
obvious.
strip club, baby.
I hope you're fun enough. Fuck yeah, volcano hookers!
I cannot pretend to condone sex work. But that's what will make it so fun. I get to feel so morally superior and holier than thou.
Whoa, girl, chill.
Yeah, and I can ignore you feeling morally superior in order to stare at naked fire Memphis. And that'll make you independent.
Yes, and you'll curtail your passion for violence because it'll be redirected into your passion for romancing fire methods.
Romancing. Right.
Surely you wish to see them naked so you'll know who is most marriageable and whom to court?
Yes. And with that, they're off to find the properly seedy volcano. You gain +2 fun and +1 creativity.
Let's go.
That moment when you just decide that it's not worth explaining to your conversational partner, so you just agree with them instead.
Daniel's got a lot going on for you, I gotta say.
Oh man, okay. So I will go to
The mall.
the auditorium.
Oh, so
Go,
creative.
Vicky, go.
That day, while rehearsing for class play, you aren't especially good nor inspiring. For once, it seems you aren't getting that classic creative boost from the auditorium.
Oh no!
But afterwards, while talking to your classmates, you're having trouble conveying your point in a discussion, so you decide to convey it through music. You start singing, and suddenly everyone else joins you in a kick-ass musical number. It's so amazing that people with whom you were arguing totally get your point and change their minds once the song is over. You gain +2 creativity. But Liam isn't paying attention to any of that. He corners you afterwards to lecture you on Instagram filters.
What no one seems to understand about filters is that they're not about making pictures better. They're about making pictures browner and harder to see.
Okay, this is a little more interesting than I thought it was going to be.
That's why I use my own proprietary filter for almost all of my photos. Infinite Top.
I think it's pronounced
That
Taupe.
sounds horrendous.
Doesn't it? It's also probably why I have only 6 Instagram followers, but we must all make sacrifices for our art.
Isn't it about quality over quantity with you?
Fuck that shit. In any case, I have to go. There's a dead rat in the parking lot and I simply must document it.
You go do that.
As soon as Liam's gone, Miranda peeks out of an air conditioning duct.
Why?
Goodness, the situation is even more dire than I thought. If Operation Make Liam Popular Again is to succeed, we must get started immediately. What's that? Why, yes, of course you're part of my operation. I unwillingly force people into my service all the time. Oh, you want to know why it's called Operation Make Liam Popular Again? Well, he's been alive for, like, centuries, right? I'm sure he must have been popular at some point. I'll check the history books later. There's no time now. Phase 1 is getting Liam more Instagram followers. I took the liberty of having my royal spies discover the password to his account so we can give it a total makeover.
Winky face.
But what to do?
Use his account to post a bunch of porn and bomb recipes. Pay 1 million homeless people to follow Liam on Instagram.
Oh.
So, here's the part where I think money might be a stat that is used, but I'm not sure.
Maybe. Because I really don't think he would appreciate the sort of attention he's going to get from porn and bombs.
Also, that feels like it's either going to be fun or boldness, which are not your base stats.
Plus, it's helping the homeless, which might seem ethical to Liam. So
It's
I'll
hard to
give
say.
it a try.
So wealthy. Ah, yes! Just as fun.
Hey!
I'm sorry.
Ah, yes, just as father pays millions to vote for him in our fair and democratic elections. In fact, I think I can cut costs by paying one of father's clonesmiths to simply replicate the same 1,000 people 1,000 times.
You ask Miranda if she thinks this is ethical, but she's as confused about the meaning of ethics as she is about fair and democratic elections. Soon the plot and the requisite clones are hatched. You run into Liam in the hall a few hours later.
Okay.
That was quick. I'm distraught. My carefully husbanded unpopularity is crumbling before my eyes. Look at all these followers. Look at their comments.
But you like them, I can tell.
Totally real account 66. I love you, Liam. Another equally real account. You're so obscure and avant-garde. And the sentiments they're expressing are objectively correct, and yet, no, I can't give in to the lure of the limelight.
Oh, la, sir. I shall faint forthwith.
In spite of this, Liam seems to be enjoying himself quite a bit. You spend the rest of the day helping him curate his feed, gaining +2 charisma and +1 fun in the process.
Sweet.
You're so charming.
Oh boy, random event.
Oh.
Oh, it's me this time. I didn't get to be in one of these last time.
Let's do
Alright,
this.
here we go. That weekend, you go partying hard with Polly, Vera, Damien, Liam, Green, and Sir Toasty T.
Wow, I'm not there. Interesting.
You're curating an Instagram account.
Yeah, I wasn't at the game night with the Owlbear either.
Yeah, you were, because he had to choose between you and me as to who his gaming partner was going to be.
I guess so.
But I was the only one that got poisoned by Vera and interrogated as to Warren's intentions. So, hey.
I just like a side note before we continue. Vera says, and she said this last time too, that Vicky only makes correct decisions 50% of the time, and I'm glad she made that 50% correct decision when it involved me dating Vera. You have a great time at the very popular nightclub Apollo, thus named because despite being the hottest club on the weekends, it's an actual temple to the god Apollo on weekdays.
Hell yeah.
But no good party ends when the nightclub closes, so at 6 a.m. you decide to just hang out in a nearby park drinking and chatting. What a rad night, huh? You betcha. Vera and I had some great laughs doing some good old anal bleaching.
Ah.
What?
That's probably not what we think it is.
Probably.
Josh, are you even paying attention? Or are you just flabbergasted?
Utterly horrified.
He's speechless.
Speaking
so
of
is Liam.
speeches. What?
It's a game we have. You know those douchebags that steal your drink when you leave it unattended for 2 seconds?
Sure.
We drink half our glasses and then pour bleach in them. If people are cool, then the club staff just takes them and throws them in the trash after a while.
But if someone wants to play smart, then we fucking bleach those assholes.
Whoa, now.
Okay, it was something else. Thus, anal bleaching. Metal.
Of course Damien likes that.
Remind me never to get on your bad side, you two.
Anyway, what should we do now? Know any cool after parties?
I think that douchebag mummy said something about an after party at some nearby catacombs.
Oh, but remember he got bleached.
Right. Then I've got nothing.
But this can't end without a wacky situation that forces one of our friends to make a hard choice that leads to an absurd outcome.
We're getting a little meta here, aren't we?
Liam, stop breaking my immersion.
The fourth wall is broken.
I thought Damien would be the one breaking things. No sooner has Liam finished his thought than a cloud of mystical green smoke appears from nowhere and a groovy bearded guy emerges from it.
Santa Claus?
What? Is this shrimp Santa? Hey kids, my name is Joe the Laser. I'm like a laser wizard and totally have a quest. That quest of teaching you how to probably dance to a hit song.
What is this, a Disney movie?
I don't know anymore.
Here we go.
So, do you remember the classic early 2010s staple party rock anthem by LMFAO? Today, I'm gonna teach you how to laser shuffle to it. One of you, come demonstrate the shuffle with me.
Hard pass. I'm more of a voguing girl myself.
Man, I have no problem dancing with strangers with magic powers in parks. Also, shuffling is kind of my thing. Damien plays the song on his phone while Polly does some dope-ass shuffling, and the wizard syncs an arrangement of lasers with her so crazy that pigeons start falling out of the nearby trees.
That sounds dangerous.
Not sure if dazed or dead.
Just wow.
Wow, indeed. My fellow young strangers... Oh, sorry, this is the dude. And so my quest is to pass this knowledge on to you. But who could take on such an important burden? Unfortunately, at that moment, you were smelling your own armpits and your hand was raised. So now everyone is watching you. Unfortunately, you're pretty decent at fortunately, you're pretty decent at shuffling, but those laser magic... whose laser magic will best complement your dance? Green.
Whoa.
His laser magic skills are so strong that he got banned from the local laser tag place. You're pretty sure you've heard Sir Toasty T. You heard Sir Toasty T got laser hair removal last week, so they must still have some lasers remaining in their body. Listen, I'm a shadow person, so I probably absorb light.
See if you can see everything.
I'm literally made of shadow. I absorb light. Of course I still have lasers in me. Damn it! And so the two of you start with very weird and specific laser-based party ritual. Your shuffling kicks ass. And Green's lasers magic is just too strong. It's so strong that this event won't be included in the Japanese version of the game to avoid giving kids seizures. Wow.
This is otherworldly.
You know what? I agree.
100%. What a masterful, splendid display of laser magic. You're the chosen one, says Joe the Laser. I have to reveal something to you. I was a wizard in disguise all this time. I was secretly testing you to find out if you were pure of heart and strong of laser.
But you said you were a wizard to begin with.
A laser wizard. There's a difference. It's subtle.
You literally just told us you were a wizard.
Whatever, I'm super drunk. But the important thing is, you passed my test.
Ding!
Then what's our prize? Is it 7 dolphins? A car? A car made of 7 dolphins?
Wow, that's dark.
The wizard ignores Polly, puts his hand over you and Green's shoulders, and whispers. The prize is earning the respect of your friends. And now that I've found the chosen ones, my time in this world can come to an end. He winks at you, and then he slowly and emotionally evaporates. Damn, the vapor is infused with the strong smell of cheap rum.
Did he just die?
We will always remember Joe the Laser. Let's pay our respects by shuffling.
You mean we don't press F?
You burst.
No, we shuffle like the Peanuts gang.
You burst into more awesome shuffling and laser magic. A cheap rum-scented breeze makes you look at the sky, and there you see a cloud shaped like his face winking at you. Creepy. Still, you and Green gain +2 fun and +1 creativity, thanks to Joe the Laser.
Congratulations!
Hell yeah!
Man, I need stats.
What the fuck?
Alright, challenge time.
Welcome to Monster Prom Part 2.
You wanted to be a part of this, Josh. Okay, everybody choose an animal.
Dodo.
Narwhal.
This isn't Reddit.
Honey
He
badger.
can have a narwhal if he wants to. A zebra.
So we got narwhal, honey badger, zebra, and what?
Dodo.
Dodo. Okay.
Yeah, they exist, like, currently alive.
Player orders decide based on how hilarious it would be if Green died after being attacked by 8 of the selected animal. Start debating now. It's probably a fucking dodo.
I think the dodos would be the funniest because,
Yeah,
I mean...
I'll go with Dodo.
Yay!
So Josh gets attacked by 8 dodos. So that's Patrick, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Now we've got narwhal, honey badgers, and zebras.
I think zebras would be number 2 because you expect that kind of behavior out of a honey badger. And narwhals can be kind of violent.
But where would he be that he would get attacked by 8 honey badgers?
The African veldt or some South American rainforest? I
A
don't know.
zoo exhibit.
They don't
Or
even
outside rave
congregate
outside of
together. Honey badgers are like solitary creatures, maybe a pair.
Yeah,
He'd have to
look,
find and piss off 8 honey badgers.
Josh has a point. I got attacked by 3 hyenas on school grounds. I don't think it's out of the norm to find 8 honey badgers on campus.
Well, I mean, you could just reach down and pick up a weasel and sword fight with them as well. So,
So, sorry, we're going zebras, I'm guessing?
Yeah, marauding zebras.
So that's
zebras.
Vicky?
And
Zebra's
then-
number 2.
And then, so we got narwhals and we got honey badgers.
I think it would be funnier to be attacked by narwhals.
I agree.
What? This is some biased bullshit.
Fuck your honey badgers.
Not literally, though.
No, not
Let's do
literally. Oh my
this.
god, that would be so painful. Okay.
Red, you're up first.
Oh, let's see. What do I want to do? What do I want to do?
Don't you fucking dare, you son of a bitch!
Wait. Was she actually at the party
It
place?
Yeah.
Says,
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to the road sign.
you motherfucker! Ah, you missed me and my shit, huh? Worry no more. All this shit can be yours if you have the money. Not me, though. Ha 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 ha. Alright,
Maybe you don't have to
buy?
go and buy. Maybe. Well, I hope he didn't mess it up for you by mistake.
No, it just postpones me by a round, though. Which is already
So,
me
Patrick,
finds.
do you want to? Never mind.
I'm buying this shit right here.
Now, if I go
Okay,
in post
you
and find the
go.
moment where I scream into my mic. And it's all your fault, Patrick.
I wasn't even paying attention to the road signs. I just wanted to get more fun.
Sure. First you pick Josh.
Hey, as
over
long
me,
as it
and now
doesn't
you're
ruin your
stealing Cat Girl.
chances, you're still okay. Let's see. Oh god, no cat.
You still have a chance to go see her at lunchtime. In the
Let's-
bathrooms.
Yeah, sometimes she is in the bathroom, which is just really.
She can pitch up shop wherever.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh. No cursor. Good lord, my charm is through the roof. I should
Jesus.
probably go to class though, because my smarty brains are lagging.
That day, the teacher is just tired of teaching, so she recurs to the classic technique of not giving a shit and putting on some kind of historical TV show for you to watch.
Okay.
What you don't expect is that it's super effective. God bless the golden era of television. The TV show is compelling thanks to that ridiculous amount of nudity and bloodshed. But at the same time, you actually learn a lot about history.
Game of Thrones?
I don't think Game of Thrones is historically accurate.
Yeah, I know it's based on War of the Roses, but still, it's a loose base.
But anyways, you gain +2 smarts. In art class, you're having a hard time looking at the unspeakable eldritch relic you're supposed to be painting.
Imagine that. You know, eldritch stuff is hard to.
Is this where we find the tentacle creature?
Maybe?
When Liam and Miranda thankfully provide you with a distraction.
Oh, goody!
Yeah. What are you talking about, Miranda? The relic clearly represents the futility of man's quest for meaning in the world of consumer goods.
I beg your pardon.
But how do you know that, Liam? To me, it just looks like a gruesome and horrific offering to a pitiless god, like Uncle Anathema used to make.
Right, it's easy, Miranda. When I want to discern when I want to discern the true meaning of a piece of art, I simply
Make it up.
make it.
Look at the bottom and read the clearly printed label that explains the true meaning of the art. I honestly have no idea. I'm not sure which one is best for Liam.
I'm at a loss.
I would assume it's the top one. Because it's creative. but I've been wrong before, so.
It's creative, but Oh, I hope I don't get this wrong. But it probably is the first one.
Huh? Huh? Gah. Oh, not so fun. I didn't think that.
I don't make anything up, you buffoons. My opinions on art are objectively correct.
Of course.
Yes, I agree with Liam. He sounds like he knows what he's talking about after all. Perhaps, are you jealous of Liam's ability to objectively understand art?
I'm used to it. The social isolation I experience is entirely to do with the jealousy. Entirely to do with jealousy, and nothing at all to do with me being an asshole.
Oh no, of course not.
Can you teach me to objectively understand the meaning of art?
No.
Curse you, cruel fate!
Liam and Rhonda ignore you after that, and you're forced to return your attention to the malevolent statue.
Ooh.
It slowly drives you mad, and you get a C- on your drawing. You lose -2 smarts and -1 creativity. What?
No.
I didn't think that would be fun,
Sure.
honestly. Yeesh.
Yeah, sometimes I don't understand where things go.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That day while rehearsing for the class play, you can't help but feel that you're not as good as the role requires you to be. There doesn't seem to be any ordinary way of getting yourself there, but there might be an extraordinary way. You summon the devil, one of the many, and make a deal to enhance your creativity just a bit. You gain +2 creativity. You also lose -3 years of your life, and you end at the end of the deal. But who cares? They weren't happening in game anyway.
I guess there's a point for that, yeah.
You catch Polly floating up on the catwalk, muttering to herself. She perks up when she sees you.
Hi.
Oh man, perfect. I need some advice. Scott was nervous about... We haven't seen Scott this whole time.
Yeah, because no one went to his table the first time, I guess.
Scott was nervous about signing up for the talent show, so I promised him I'd sign him up too. I'd sign up too. But I don't know what to do. Boo! Sex having and drug doing are banned on stage after my act last year, and I can't think of any other talents.
Whoops.
Oh, Polly, why could I have gone after you? I don't want to back out, but I don't want to do something lame just because you know.
You didn't want to go after Polly because you wanted to destroy my dreams instead.
You're destroying my dreams right now, be quiet. What would you... Something or other happens here. Besides, look through the wall at naked people because, duh. I missed the context of that entire sentence.
I think it's like, what would you do if you were me, besides look at naked people?
But yeah, okay. Well, since you can't die, you could do an awesome suicide medley. Hello, twerking?
Well, Josh.
What do you think most exemplifies Polly?
Or...
Oh, wow, yeah. Twerking is so much a part of my life, I forgot it was even a talent.
Oh my god, it's just a thing I do!
My morning routine is just like, wake up, twerk, make breakfast, drop it on the floor because I'm still twerking. If twerking was a sport, I'd be the quarterback. Except I've got more than a quarterback, if you know what I mean.
Oh my.
You assume she's referring to her ass. You're inclined to agree. You gain +2 charm and +1 fun.
All right.
Okay, what am I doing
I
with
think
my
you got
life?
that ghost pussy in the bag, Josh.
Alright, so I can only go to the library, the gym, or the bathroom, which is boldness, charm, or... money.
Money?
And just a note, Josh, you can roll your mouse over your stats on the right side, and it'll bring up the icons over each of the locations to indicate what stat they're most likely to increase.
That day
Oh
you
no!
skipped
What have you
class.
done to your hair?
What has my little shadow person done to my hair? I'm not having this. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathroom because you respect no authority. But you don't stop there. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity. So you do some graffiti on the wall. No way! The graffiti says bold as fuck, and you know what? It turns out the wall is magical, as a magical wall that grants wishes. What a wall. A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold, and then you gain +2 boldness. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you. Suddenly, you smell that distinct odor of rotten eggs, nail polish remover, and chocolate syrup. What?
How is that distinctive?
This can only mean one thing. You kick open the door of a stall to find... Oh my god. Yo, what's up? Did you come to try my latest batch of toilet wine? Oh god.
Negative.
My normal tasting group isn't here yet, probably because they're all dead. I've never let that stop me from getting drunk, though, so it's really no excuse. You know, I expect my toilet wine to be a lot more popular at the school. I mean, I'm selling wine at a high school. You'd think kids would be lined up around the block. But my only repeat customer are a couple of homeless dudes and Barry the masochist swamp monster.
Well then.
And you! You're here to try it too, right? No? Oh, you must be here to help me with marketing. Come on, help me figure out how to make Polly's totally legit toilet wine a success.
Oh my... Ugh.
Sell it to the military as a chemical weapon. Pour it in people's mouths while they're sleeping. Okay. I fucked up last time. My stats aren't overly great across the board, so I gotta be careful here. Selling it to the military could be smart. They could be creative. Pouring it in people's mouths is either fun or bold. I think. I'm gonna see if I can sell it to the military. So smart! Yes, okay. A weapon? How could you possibly use my property mixture of turpentine, seedless grapes, and rat poison as a weapon? Oh, I get it, because once the enemies get a whiff of its bewitching bouquet... The wine is maturing now. It smells like someone's burning a horse to death. You ask yourself how you were capable of identifying that specific smell.
Ugh.
They won't want to do anything but drink my delicious wine.
Sure.
They can put a bottle of it under a wooden crate in the woods, held up by a stick.
This is a Looney Tune, Polly.
And then the bad guys come to grab it, and they can yank it out of the stick and trap them. This is such a good idea. I'm going to talk to the dude I banged at the Department of Defense right now. You're not sure Polly understands how war works, or wine, but for that matter, but she sure seems to think you're cool. You gain +2 charm and +1 fun. Alright, some bringing it back. Everybody choose an occupation. Proctologist.
Mechanic.
Game show host.
Proctologist, mechanic, game show host, and what?
I'm thinking. Clown inspector.
Is that even a real job?
Yes.
I guess it is now. Player orders decided based on how boring a VR simulator based on the selected occupation would be. So we've got proctologist, engineer, clown inspector, and what was the fourth?
Game show host.
Game show host.
Oh, would it be more boring to have a VR mechanic or a VR proctologist?
I would not want to look at VR buttholes.
Feel like...
But think about it. VR proctology could be more like surgeon simulator.
Yeah, but some people actually enjoy engineering is a thing. And it depends on the type of engineering. Like, are you engineering, like, crazy, like, weapons of mass destruction?
Well, no, I said a mechanic. That means you're working to fix machines, like cars and
Well,
stuff.
It still depends on what kind of machine, I would say. Whereas butts are butts.
Okay, but we can...
I think the game show host would be the most boring because what are they doing backstage other than prepping guests and shit?
I could see that being very entertaining depending on who's on the game show.
Have you seen the outtakes on all those game shows where people say stuff that they can't put on television? Come on now. They'd be able to put that into a video game. That would not be boring at all.
Okay. Well, this is a tough one then. Clown inspecting would be boring.
That does not
what?
sound like it'd be boring at all.
Okay, so I think we all agree that butts would be the most boring.
Yes!
I don't want to look at butts.
No butts.
So
Okay.
toasty taters.
So, the
Clown
second
inspector, engineer,
most boring. Yeah.
or mechanic. My vote's on mechanic next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
I'm
think
not too fond of mechanics myself.
I think mechanic would be more boring, and there's just my personal opinion. The clown inspector and then the game show host, but
I mean, I'm fine with that.
I'll go
order.
with mechanic. I'll agree with mechanic as number 2.
So, Vicky?
Yes,
All right, so we got clown inspector and game show host.
game show host. And what was your order, Kerry?
I think that
Clown
we
inspector
would
would
have
be.
to go clown inspector and then game show host, but
What do you think, Josh?
I'll second that.
Okay, then it's settled.
All right, there we go. Oh. Wow.
Poor Patrick.
I just came into view as you were ending that.